Yeah, hello. I try to ease into it, because I know when I jump on it, it scares people. So, hello. I hope everyone's doing well. I've been jamming out. I just got back. It has been a beautiful day here in the House of Sewing. Alibaba, great to see you as always. Butterfly, I completely understand. I feel so accomplished because I tackled this room and then I walked in the middle closet and I was like, I hope everyone's having a great Monday night. My name is William. Welcome to my so-called life. To anyone watching this in the future, I think you are absolutely amazing because you guys come through and watch my live streams. So I'm starting off with a thank you. Awesome. Had 15 Celsius here today, like spring. Let's ask the magic A word, the Alexa. What's the temperature right now?
Right now, it's 53 degrees Fahrenheit.
Winter. I hope everyone's doing well. I have quite a few plans this evening, but it's early. I've been finishing a lot of my vests lately. I received a few patches that I was waiting on. I always talk about how I order patches from this one place and they show up fast. And I'm not kidding you. I ordered it. It said it'd been here in a month and it came within 2 weeks. So I'm excited. At least you didn't give me a coronary this time. I tried to ease into it, Try to come in with my chocolatey voice instead of my hi. Awesome. Wow, it was 59 here today. That's our nighttime temperature here. And I'm drinking Pepsi like a responsible adult because I can't stay up all night, so I'm not drinking as much coffee as normal. So I switched to Pepsi. Oh, I have plans this evening. Let me kick my boots off. When my lovely co-host gets here, I have quite a few things. But before we get to the fun, oh, sorry, I had to kick off my boots. Do you know it's a glorious moment when you finally take your boots off after a day of wearing them? Awesome. Yay. Hello. That's when Texas size drink you. Do you know, I always say I don't like coming back. And so I pour giant heavy drinks. And that's Pepsi for anyone concerned. I have my coffee here, but while I'm sitting here, I consume an unreal amount of coffee. So I'm trying to not stay up all night because tomorrow young Mr. Sewing has a fitness test and it's always at the crack of dawn, which I'll never understand why. Awesome. Yes, it's a glass pitcher. And the funny thing is this is either my age or somewhere around there. So it's not brand new, but it's been in my life basically my entire life. Glass pitchers are awesome. I own 2 or 3 of them. They're awesome. I have plastic ones too, but that's because I used to have big parties at my house. Awesome. But before we get the party started, it's Monday. I know it's kind of late, but this program is for entertainment purposes only, and its content is not intended to malign any religion, lack thereof, race, company, individual, or wigs. All opinions expressed by my so-called life and program participants are solely their personal views and do not reflect the views of every single human being on planet Earth. And if you're having a moment, we have exits on both sides. That's I'm scared of and derecha. I hope everybody has a great evening here in the House of Sewing. Definitely Pepsi wins. I know we've had that debate here a bunch of times, but I'm a Pepsi guy. Oh man, it has been a day. I had a great time streaming on Rashawn's channel, critically drinking. Do you know what's really funny? When I go on these streams, I end up bumping the whatever song was my favorite song from that particular era. So I was bumping Frankie Beverly in the in Maze before, having a good old time. Yay! Hello, hello, awesome, awesome. So I've been sewing quite a few things. Let me grab my vest. Oh. So I tried to make things kind of neutral, you know. I'm into all kinds of things, and I know not everybody needs to see what I'm trying to advertise. I tried to keep this vest neutral and I failed horribly. So the front is beautiful, and I couldn't decide between Godless Sewing or the God of Sewing, but the Godless Sewing patch, the God of Sewing is kind of pretentious. And I mean way too pretentious even for me. So I've had this patch for quite a while, and you can see how I failed on being neutral on this one. But I love my new vest. I'm gonna try on the next one to make it to where I can wear it to my kids' school. Oh. But speaking of which, I'm finishing. I'm gonna start sewing on this and try to finish this. This particular vest was that weird coat that I purchased from the San Fernando Valley swap meet. I'm gonna wear this all the time. I like the way it drapes and it hangs, and so I'm completely excited. But like everything else, I have to add a few patches to it. Awesome. I hope everyone is doing well. It's been a busy, busy day, but you know, that's what Mondays are. I didn't even have time to change. I'm wearing the same thing I was wearing in the live stream earlier. So if you saw me earlier, hello. I have to take my glasses off to sew. This is like black on black, so I definitely have to have my eyes for this one. But I'm almost done, and this is going to be amazing when it comes out because I'm just personalizing something, you know. And the funny thing is, most of the time I wouldn't wear something like this, but again, I'm going outside the box. I'm trying to add to my style, even if it is black. It's my favorite color. Awesome, awesome. So today has definitely this weekend was weird. It's been a long time since I've gone on a thrifting adventure, and I really didn't find much. I went as far as like Googling thrift stores that I haven't been to, because I talk about this all the time. I live in Los Angeles County, and Los Angeles County is humongous. There's millions upon millions of people here. There are just endless towns and thrift stores. And, you know, for as much as I go to the thrift stores, I've only scratched like, you know, a quarter of the city of or just the county of Los Angeles. But I really didn't find anything, and that's okay. Not every trip to the thrift store is going to be a winner. And I have to remind myself that because it's I found a few things that I was looking for, but I'm constantly looking for sewing supplies. Every once in a while I'll find a huge package of serger thread or something like that. But you know, it's the winter, so I think people are keeping their sewing supplies close. It's the strangest thing. So I'm almost done with that. But so yesterday I came back and I ended up just sewing that vest and finishing quite a few projects that I've been working on. This week's Friday sews might be live because I have to buy a giant external hard drive, and I have to find one that's compatible with my computer. And everything I look for on Amazon, it says it's compatible with Windows, and it says nothing about a Mac. So I'm not trying to buy something for $300 or $400 and it not be compatible, because Apples are famous for not being compatible with anything. And I have this fear that I'm gonna have to go to the Apple store, and cough up some real change for a hard drive. This is a person here selling $2 rolls of serger thread in bulk, over 20 cones. Wow. Do you know, I had to stop myself from going crazy the day that I found somebody in downtown that had serger cones for $1 a piece. I had to stop myself. I bought 4. I'll have to look. Let's be real. I have to look to see how many I purchased that day, but I bought like 4. But I told myself, like, do not go crazy. That reminds me, I'm gonna let all the serger thread go down, but they're like all kind of getting low because I use my serger a lot. Is it bad to replace everything right now? I know people say let the thread go all the way down, but the cones are getting kind of skinny. It's one of those weird things where I don't know if I'm just jumping the shark or if I'm just being prepared. It's one of those strange things. I'm almost done with this. We're gonna get a super early reveal. Perfect. I was working on this last night. Pincushion. Because I've been cleaning, I'm trying to get a lot of housekeeping done. And there are certain things, because I'm an overambitious human, there are certain things that I'll start and I'm like, oh, I'll finish this someday. And then 6 months later, I find it. All right. Perfect. Perfect. I have Before I Let You Go by Frankie Beverly stuck in my head. It is just playing in the background. They are in this room right now, jamming out. Oh, awesome. Yay. Hello, Dixie Doodle. Great to see you. Great to see you. Hello, hello. Awesome. Have any of you heard of putting oil on your thread? I saw a YouTube about it, and I've never heard of it before. I don't know. I see all kinds of weird things. I'm trying not to scream in my microphone. Great to see you, Kilroy. Great to see you, number 1. I'm glad you finally came back from Risa. You finally came back. No, I haven't heard of that. Great to see you, Kilroy. We are here for you. And if you watch I think the stream from a couple days, we were like, we did the We Are the World, if you're out there. Yay. Hello, everybody. Great to see you. It is Monday night. I am almost finished with this, as I still have Frankie Beverly stuck in my head. Do you know when I sew black on black, I have to really look, because it's okay if you go over other thread, but if you miss a piece, you'll find it when you wash it, because it'll just pop up. And I'm going to show you an example of that, because I washed a vest that I wear all the time. It was getting dingy. And I didn't even notice until I washed it, and it returned back to its original blue color. Yay. Hello, hello. Awesome. Awesome. Yay. Okay. So let me cut this string. Man, it is early. Kilroy, I also cleaned out this side of the room. I brought Master Chief back because, let's be real, where could I have like a 3 or 4 foot statue of Master Chief? I had it in my living room, but I'm like, it's a bit tacky. So I brought Master Chief back in here, but behind Master Chief, I put 2 sewing tables, 10 touch and sews, and it really opened up the room. It really opened up the room in here. Yay, Gilroy. Hello, hello. I think we're using oiled thread for all sewing. I think they were using, that's one of those funny things. Oops, oops, leather sewing butterfly, and some old fashioned oyster wares use oiled thread, sometimes wax too. I've heard of wax. I've heard of people using even dental floss and all kinds of weird stuff like that. But I could see someone sewing with dental floss. Like I could totally see that. Oil thread sounds like a blues singer from the 20s. Here's Oil Thread Harris. Yay! Hello, Pam. Yeah. Yes, I do have access to my washer and dryer. They're actually on the other side. And so I kind of built everything around that so I could walk in front of my washer and dryer. They are an integral part of my sewing process. Yay! Hello, Joy. Hello, hello. Great to see everybody. I hope you had a good time. I still have Frankie Beverly and the Maze stuck in my head from the stream earlier. Yay! Hello, hello. Yay! They peed on your effing Master Chief. Master Chief is actually really rare. And people always offer me money for it and everything because Master Chief was not sold in stores. I actually got that from a closing video game store in the mall. And I am a true hoarder. And every once in a while, I'll Google it. Right now, Master Chief is worth around $3,000. When it goes up to 5, I might sell them. Recently, when I was cleaning out this room, I had Master Chief right there. I know this is shocking, but I make friends with everybody within 5 feet of me. And I've made friends with all the mail carriers. Where I live, it's hot. I give them water during the summer, they're good people. But one of the mail carriers saw Master Chief and was like, if you ever want to sell that, I didn't have the heart to tell him. I didn't have the heart to tell him how much that I wanted for it. Sir, you don't need to tell us that you're. When I'm on the Real Hoarders, I hope they clip this. $3,000 because it was never sold in stores and it was only made for video game places, video game stores. I can't remember the specific name of what video game shop this came from, but it's from the mall era. And the mall era had come and gone. This sat in the shop forever at my job. Forever. It's a long story. Yeah, how's it going, Skids Crasher? Hello, hello. They say the first step to not being addicted is admitting you're addicted. So you're past that. I'm trying. Rah. Hello yourself. We're gonna get a super early reveal because let me make sure. Okay, gotta put the butterfly as secure on that. I actually really like this vest. I hope it still fits. Awesome. Yay. Living in America. Yay! Ding dong. I'm watching for the doorbell. Pam, we will be here for a little bit. I probably won't be going too long. I always say that, but thank you so much for stopping by, Pam. Yay! Hello.
Hello. Everyone's here. I'm glad to see Kilroy has risen from the lair.
Living in America. Oh yeah, this definitely was not meant for me, but that's okay because the buttons are on the left.
Bye, Pam. Nice to at least get to say hello.
Yay! How's it going, Skids? I like this. I have a funky style. I'll admit it, but this totally adheres to my style. Now that I have space in here again, I have Frankie Beverly in the Maze living rent free in my head right now because Rashawn had another amazing live stream today, and I joined, and they played it was all the cookout songs,
Ah,
and
I
Frankie
don't
Beverly.
I don't know that song. Like I might know it if I hear it, but I don't know it off the top of my head.
You're trying to get both of our cards revoked in the first 23 minutes. No, I'm
Oh,
kidding.
I've
I'm
never
kidding.
been to a cookout.
Gone. Cards
I
gone.
mean, that kind of cookout, you know. Hello, butterfly.
Awesome.
Goodness, everyone's here. Let's see.
Yeah.
Hello to Kilroy, William. Hello, Skit. Hello, Dixie. Hello, Joy.
Just got home
Hello,
from the American Legion
Sandra.
meeting with surplus pizza.
Ooh, I love pizza.
Now I'm craving pizza. When I lived in Stockton, what was that place I used to go to? I can't remember the name. I was hooked on it. Oh, I'm going to have to call the people I used to live with and ask them. But I really like this. I like the look. I like the back,
Uh-huh.
which I have to flip over.
Do you have it looks like there's a thread hanging, like a little clump on the back? What's going on there?
Yeah, I'm sitting in a room of mirrors. Let me look. Oh, that's because it's distressed.
Oh, excuse me.
I'm gonna
Excuse
cut that
me.
off. You know why you saw it? Because you're wearing your glasses. How are they treating you over there? At the Legion? Awesome. Pizza is great. Was it Pizza DeMarco? I can't remember my NorCal. Was it Pizza DeMarco? It was amazing. I think it's because I'm not from there. Like a lot of the food, I was like, oh, this is great. And they're like, this is like Pizza Hut. I'm like, this is the best stuff ever. Like, can't remember now. It's been a while since I lived up north. Why does a military type always have surplus? Even pizza. That is true. My pops was a Ninja Turtle. He was obsessed with pizza. Okay.
So good.
So because this is going to require a few wardrobe changes this evening, do you remember our conversation about how I told you I kind of have Balenciaga kind of style clothes without the $3,000, you know?
Uh-huh.
So I pulled because I have been feeling well. I didn't want tonight to be a clip show. So I have a few outfits. Be ready for the goof. I have my giant Janko pants out because I want to show our lovely co-host how you could be Balenciaga for like $5. For literally like $5.
You're out here trying to start beef with Balenciaga.
I wasn't mad until I saw they had that weird duct tape for like thousands of dollars. I can take you to Walmart right now and get you a ton of duct tape for $1,000. Hello, yay, hello, Liz.
Hello, Liz.
Yeah, hello. Awesome. Yay. Hello, everybody. Dixie, it's so he can do his yoga. I need to. I do. You know what's so funny? Because I have weird like I have issues like every other human. I actually do stretch every day. Every day I have to do some, I call it Tai Chi, but it's my American version of Tai Chi. I don't think they made a pizza MRE yet. They probably are trying to figure that out though. Okay, I'm not kidding you. There is some dude bro on the internet trying to figure it out right now. My son weirdly used to watch all kinds of weird content, and there was this guy that would go around trying every MRE ever made.
Like from all different countries and things?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know. I have read that MREs are not ideal because they're made for like a combat situation where you're, you're heightened, you need a lot of extra calories, and you're burning through stuff, that they're not really good to eat sustainably. But I don't know if they've got like, if that was a specific kind of MRE, like a long lasting one or emergency situation, as opposed to like a regular meal MRE.
I'm weirdly biased because I think it's because you know what, it's because they got me young. When my brother came back from Camp Pendleton, I was in elementary school because I have siblings that are twice my age. But he came back with all these MREs and I was hooked. I think they're just like killer. I think MREs are delicious, but from a young age I was eating them. That's why when my son got it all into it, I was like, let's go to Amazon. Let's get some MREs. Especially like, I'm biased though. I'm biased.
Sometimes with stuff like that, it's the nostalgia of it all. It's like, do you really like the whatever it is? No, but it takes you back to a time and a place. And...
Okay, it's so funny you would say that. One of my greatest memories in my life is eating sardines with my dad. I didn't know any better as a kid. Okay. Not 4 days ago, in the back of the cabinet, my son found sardines and was like, I want to eat these. I was like, go right ahead. And the whole time I was like, well, he hasn't asked me to join. So, but the second he opened it up and I smelled them, I was like, yep, it was nostalgia. The second I opened it up. That's like, I grew up eating pickles, pig's feet, and all kinds of stuff. You open up a jar in my house, I'm gonna kindly ask you to leave. Oh, your days change,
Yeah.
The only bad memory I've ever had was when I spent 30 years in an emergency radio transmitter site in the Rockies. Yuck, that's right next to my gas station, Chimichanga. None of the rare stuff. I've had all kinds of crazy stuff. How's it going, Rashad? Hold on. Let me go. Let me get my face. Let me do the face.
There's a special Rashawn face?
No. I want to do the FaceTime. I have Frankie Beverly and the Maze just rent free in my head right now. Ba 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 da. Ba 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 ba. Great stream. Had a great time today. Awesome. Hello. I remember eating scrambled eggs and brain sandwiches with my dad. And that's another thing. Like, my pops was exotic, so he was like, he's the one that got me into lengua burritos. If you told me what they were now, I wouldn't eat it.
Brains. That's how you get mad cow.
You're roboting.
All right. Be right back.
Ba 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 da. Hello. Awesome. I'm about to change. So in a minute, I'm about to let me mute myself. I don't know how long ago that was. Was that like a week or two ago when we were talking about how you could wear Balenciaga stuff but not Balenciaga on the cheap?
Yeah, I think that was about 2 weeks ago that you showed the collection. And I said, well, it's the lines. The lines are different from regular vintagey, denim looks. These are
they're ripping off that look and just adding more fabric to it, really.
Yeah, they're taking that look and putting their own spin on it. It wasn't. I was never invited.
You know what? You are fully invited to my house. I have a smoker, 2 barbecues, and all kinds of fun stuff. I have a hibachi.
I mean, maybe I should rephrase. I've been to cookouts. I just haven't been to a cookout.
Again, I invite you to my house. Whoa, ba 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 da. Such a good song. Such a good song.
Uh-oh. Butterfly has holes in her brains.
But that's only if you I'm not trying to get too specific, but it's science. It's only if you eat the same species.
Well, yes and no.
I watched a whole video about it with some professor, but okay, keep in mind it was on YouTube. So pound of salt. You just gotta cruise around and find one and hop right in there.
Yeah, but when I say good afternoon, is this
No
the
one will care.
barbecue?
Yeah.
They would know. They would know, and they'd say, "Get on out of here."
No, they'd sit you down and be like, oh, honey, here's a plate. Ba 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 da. I love that song. It is living rent free in my head tonight. First off, I forgot how spectacular these Jankos were. Oh, wrong angle. I made these. I don't know. Remember how many videos? Inappropriate, weird thumb. Yeah, I gotta make myself.
Look at all that space.
I did a little cleaning in here, but these pants are amazing. Look how humongous these are.
Wow.
I'm not even wearing shoes. And yes, I'm wearing a shirt from when the Rams were in the Super Bowl.
See,
and I'm a grown man.
Those pants remind me more of the Balenciaga ones.
This is what I was telling you. I can get full Balenciaga in like 10 seconds.
Alibaba says you need some roller skates with those. Sean agrees.
These particular ones are perfect with my rollerblades. The ones that on my video where I ate it, I learned a lesson. Like humongous flare pants are good until you put skates on. I ate it.
I saw your offensive vest earlier, trying to scare everyone off at the beginning of your stream.
It's just how you know I'm trying to scare off all the riffraff, really, is what it is. Okay, so these pants I made a year or two ago.
Mm-hmm.
This jacket I made 6 or 7 years ago. I've had this forever. Please tell me that this is not Balenciaga. Hold on, I have to get a droopy face and a purse. Oh, come on.
Yeah, that one has more of the drop shoulder.
Let me do the stance. Hold on. Cuffs are out. I told you. I got this for 50 cents at a thrift store. I went to a closing of a thrift store. I purchased over I think 12 leather coats, 4 leather vests, tons of denim. I mean, a ton. This store was going out of business. I went crazy. So if you know any, and it's sad when a business is going out of business, but if you know anywhere in the Los Angeles area that's going out of business, shoot me something on Twitter. So I made really huge flare pants. These ones I'm wearing right now are perfect, but I made really big ones and they went under my skate when I turned a corner.
Oh no.
Oh, it's on that one video. And I was in the gym by myself, so no one heard me fall.
Now, did it go under the same skate of the leg of the pants, or did you catch the leg under the opposite foot?
I was banking a turn and my pants went under my skates.
Mm.
You look like you're in your dad's army class. See, this is when I was in my skater phase, when I would wear my dad's clothes and I thought I was buff, but I was really 120 pounds. And the funny thing is we used to dress like this. This is why I try not to clown too hard, because we used to dress like this. I need my phone. Oh.
Now you're being retro.
You think so? Okay, so this is coat number 1 down the Balenciaga lane. I told you, like, man, if you want to give me $2,000 for this, I have a design on the back that I made years ago.
Nice collage.
That's this is coat number 1. I have to find the hangers. I have to be organized because I'm cleaning out my closet right now, but it's also reminding me of every phase I've gone through. But when I was buying these, I look at this as canvas. So when I was purchasing these, like, the bigger they were, the better.
Mm. Yeah, gives you room to be creative. Dixie is asking for a link for Rashawn's channel.
You know, I'm terrible. Is Rashawn where? I want to make him a mod, but I have to find which phone does that. Hold on. There you are. Rashawn, I'm gonna make you a mod. I don't know why it's taking me this long. But you could go ahead and post your channel if you'd like to. I'm a dinosaur. The fact that I can send links is a miracle.
Making Rashawn a mod. It's like letting the fox right into the hen house.
Oh, come on. 10 grand right here. 10 grand. Just because I like the patches on this one. 10 grand.
Oh yeah. People would like the
Hold on, let me get my
Punisher patch on
Balenciaga
that.
face. Why do they stand like this? Why do they stand like
It's serious model pose.
I'm not even saying this as a flex. I've hung out with models. No one was serious.
Yeah, but when they're strutting down the catwalk, that's serious business.
And I don't even know why it's taking me so long to make Rashawn a mod, but absolutely love Rashawn's channel. But I say you got me going, but I got myself going when we were doing that stream, and I was like, wait a minute, I have half of the stuff that's on there. That means I was ahead of the curve, and you know what? I haven't said anything crazy yet, like Kanye West. I'm just saying. 10 grand. Oh, please go ahead. I'm going to show the back of this.
Well, I was just going to agree that you could sell a lot of your pieces for some money because people like them.
And this is old. People like that, right? This is like 6 or 7 years old. I won't abuse the ranch. Oh, no worries.
Then Rashawn starts laughing. He's going to come out swinging.
A lot, and it's funny. I made a lot of these years ago, and then during the plague, I added quite a few patches on these because I was bored. I revisited all these coats.
Well, it gives you a chance for self-expression and be creative.
Oh, we're almost there. Okay, so I forgot I had this. I sincerely forgot I had this. I bought this recently. It's I was gonna cut the sleeves off, but it's so ratty. I don't know what to do with it. Oh, my
Well,
finger is stuck in the. This thing was so distressed. Who, besides my crazy self, would Balenciaga? Who would wear something so distressed like this?
I think that would be a fun one to do some sashiko patches, but not ones that necessarily cover the holes, but ones that sort of go with all the holes in distressing. That could be fun.
Lots of high-end shops take 1 or 2 on consignment to see how they do. Then it could be more. I have a vest going more distressed than that. I got this recently for like $6 or $7. Probably cheaper. If it, I can't remember where I got it from. If I got it from the swap meet, it's cheaper. But this is trashed.
Hmm. On purpose.
And I found no, but like I was cleaning out my closet and I'm like, dude, I bought this like 2 weeks ago and I've already buried it. So I don't know what to do with it, but you're right. I might cut the sleeves off though, because if I get a little bit more Power Ranger, this thing won't fit at all.
Well, you don't have to wear everything over 5 layers. That could be your summer jacket.
Why are you confusing the story with fact? This thing is trashed. It is trashed. I've like eventually, because eventually all denim disintegrates, but you don't want to buy it like that.
I brought my keys to put my fairy tale bookmark on.
I have Frankie Beverly just in Front Street, full band playing in my head right now. I like the way it looks, though. So you like that distressed look, Rashawn, huh? I have quite a few things that are like that, but they're like older than me because I got them from like family members or when I moved into an apartment a couple towns over a while ago, and I found a denim jacket in the corner of a garage, and I put a bunch of patches on it. This is dark Balenciaga.
Mm-hmm.
Again,
I like that one.
This is something I paid 50 cents for. And you know what? I don't know if anybody watches YouTube shorts, but I fall in love with certain shorts. And there's this man called the Time Traveler from 2005. This is like a Pele Pele or Sean John jacket or something. And it totally reminds me of him. Oh, this is Rockaware. I love just crazy people like that on the internet.
Wow, Alibaba. That's quite a find.
It's really funny. My pops gave me this vest a long time ago, and I was watching this video about like if you have silver tab Levi's, it's really expensive. I took the silver tab off with an iron.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
No, I'm gonna keep it forever. The sentimental value is more to me than selling it to someone else, That's crazy, Ollie. I like denim, but it wasn't something popular in my area. Never really got to explore looks like that. I have now older, I don't care to. I when I was younger, a lot of this is because my parents told me no as a kid. I wanted to copy a lot of the stuff from like videos I'd see on MTV, and I was obsessed with that uniform denim 1990s look with the dark denim.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of exploded from there. But and it's so sad. I got a lot of it from the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. I don't know what season it was, but Will Smith comes back from the summer and he's wearing an all denim suit. I was in a really impressionable age. I ran off and copied the suit.
You were inspired.
He told the owners of mine, anything he finds is my own.
Ooh.
Really good guy.
I mean, I admire his integrity, but by making that arrangement to begin with, he lost out on some funds with those jeans.
You know, the one thing about the punk rock phase that I've never got over is wearing what you want to and not caring what other people think. That's why, like, I still laugh when my mom will walk up to me and she's like, "You've been wearing patches for 25 years. You're old." And then she'll walk away.
This is some tea, not a massive vat of coffee. I'm drinking today some yogi tea, honey lavender, stress relief. It's rhubarb, chamomile, lemon balm, lemongrass, spearmint, peppermint, lavender, sage, good gracious, passion flower, lavender, lemon myrtle.
Is that legal?
Vanilla, honey, stevia.
Do you know I covered up a huge Johnny Blaze patch on here? Oh, talk about being the time traveler from 2005. This store was going out of business, so I bought everything from that store.
Oh, I like that skull patch.
This is from Black Label Society, the band.
Oh.
When I bought the Black Label for my Fred Sanford vest, it came with all the patches, but I only wanted the Black Label. But this skull patch is awesome.
Rashawn says moms are so honest. Sometimes moms are a little too honest.
Mine gives unsolicited advice at all times. Absolutely, Dixie. Absolutely. But I got, you know what, honestly, a lot of this stuff I got lucky because I found a store that was going out of business and my son was still in elementary school.
Ah.
This was a while ago.
Well, you know, that's the way to do it sometimes when you stumble across something and it just works out.
Oh, wow.
This is what it is, Dixie.
Hold on, let me there you go. Oh, you're roboting again.
Oh, for pity's sake.
Ba 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 da.
Am I still? Or was it just because I was just so serene with my tea?
Can I ask you a question? Are you still holding up the tea bag?
Oh, my word.
Ba 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 ba. That does sound delicious. I need some calming tea because I drink a unreal amount of caffeine during the day.
I have too many things to do. Oh, wait.
There we go.
I have too many things to do that don't involve an hour on the phone with that evil company that provides my internet service.
You've heard me go full Karen on them. If you need me to bust a gasket, I just need some aspirin and 5 minutes on mute.
Oh, I might have to have you do that.
I am so not, you know, I become the Megazord Karen because I always say the same line. If you hear me say this line, run. You are not providing me the service I'm paying for. If I'm saying that sentence, the veins popping up in my head. Oh, Spectrum and I have had battles.
Well, On a more positive note, here's the old keychain. It's the French singer logo.
Oh, I want to make it big. Hold on.
And here's the new one I'm putting on from the Book Devourers, which I have not read yet, but I like the keychain anyway, so it's going on.
Oh,
Hold
man.
still. Hold still. There we go.
You know, you can tell I have home training because when you said hold still, I literally stopped. What? Okay. Yikes. Oh man, it's been so long since I've worn any of that.
Wow.
And these Jankos, you know what's so funny? A lot of my projects, when I'm not trying, they come out glorious. And then when I try, like there's one pair of Jankos I still have to tear apart. I don't even know what I did. They were so horribly made, I still don't know how we got here.
So are you going to be inspired by Balenciaga and start wearing those out and about town?
Okay, there's many avenues we can go down. Okay, so first, if I go to the west side, everyone's dressed like that. Like I got lost in what's considered like Kim Kardashian country, which is like a 45-minute, like half an hour drive from my house. And I went to a thrift store yesterday. Everybody was dressed really nice. And I walked in like this, and I'm like, are we at the Salvation Army or are we at the Ritz? But because of the neighborhood it was in, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody was dressed like wearing like Balenciaga. Everybody had Nikes on. I walked in with my old dusty boots. I hate Spectrum to the core of my being. They sent me to collections for services after I returned their equipment and couldn't receive service. They are the worst.
So Rashawn, I know a guy who can sort them out for you.
Yeah, but it was like I campaigned. I fought them. Like they sent people out to my house. I proved to them it was terrible. My experience with Spectrum is terrible. So they have a shop on Rodeo Drive, LA, where that outfit in front of the store. You know what? You're right. I should go. That's where I saw my real life twin working at the Rolex store. I saw a man where I walked in. Even the staff was like, oh, he was my real life twin.
Wow.
Every time I dispute it, they send it to a new. That's the worst. They and you know what's so funny? I think because they have a monopoly, there's really nothing that we can do about it.
Yeah.
You know, that's why when people always say it's like something will happen online and someone will lose connection and they're like, "Oh, that's something divine." No, it's Spectrum. I know that pain. I know that pain. Oh, they're the worst. I have Spectrum too. I lose my connections daily. Do you know? I'm not even trying to complain. I can't take any devices in my kitchen. Why they knows?
I thought that young Mr. Sewing's new device worked in the kitchen. So
But
maybe
he has a cell phone carrier that I don't have. So maybe I should switch over to that. And you know what? Shout out to his mother for paying for it and not one like she's consistent about it. And my son has his own cell phone. So I'll get an appropriate thumb, which isn't showing up for that one. Oh, come on. That's awful. They're the word. They're similar. It should get someone to say something. I agree. I 100 agree. Verizon has been so much more stable and cheaper. I'm actually in the hunt for a new cell phone, says the guy who like owns a few. I'm looking for a new carrier because I'm so tired of my carrier. I had T-Mobile forever. Then I switched over to, I don't know why, I switched over to Visible because it was $25 a month. I was like, I could have 7 phones. Worst service ever.
Oh no.
Let's see what else. But yeah, you let me know. You let me know.
Okay.
I'm not a fan, and because a lot of it's politics too, because there's certain words that you have to say for them to actually give you the service that you're paying for, you know? I want to try Verizon now. There's one, I think there's one like by the high school, which they're smart for putting it there. They did lower my bill $30 so I could leave now. I have T-Mobile, but Spectrum Internet. I was thinking about getting Spectrum phone, but if their phones are anything like their service, it's not worth it. And you're
Really? All right. I'll be right back.
okay. I tried saving money too. I went to Track Phone. I couldn't do any web services off Wi-Fi. That's what I'm saying. Visible was the worst. You know what? I should have known though. Like I've learned to look at reviews, but I got my phone and then I went to Twitter and I went to their Twitter page. They would post something and people would be like, "Why are you ignoring me?" And I'm, "Uh-oh." I did the same thing with Mint Mobile because I get those ads with Ryan Reynolds. Good old Hal Jordan trying to sell me a cell phone. And then I went to the reviews and people are like, if you're reading this, you're smarter than I was. So I'm not going to mess with that either. And you know what? Because I watch a lot of hockey, you almost had me because you advertise on everything, Ryan Reynolds. You almost had me. My problem is like my bill will either be $149 or 25 with terrible service, you know. We will be here. We will be here. So it truly depends on what you're doing, you know. But speaking of which, let's make something since we're just sitting here. It's Monday night. I have Frankie Beverly and the Maze living rent free in my head again. I keep wanting to skimp on cell because I don't make calls, but I use so much cell data. Same. I honestly, I really don't. I'm really not calling people like that, but I live on YouTube. I wake up and put it on a video. I'm at work and I'm like, okay, let's see what's going on. I'm definitely one of those people, you know, so I need a ton of cell data. And sometimes I'm listening to stuff out in the middle of nowhere because my job's kind of country and it'll kick off and on. They put towers in, but it still doesn't matter. Sorry, I had to take my Jankos off. As a matter of fact, let's fix those. I see a few points that need to be fixed on these jeans. So let's plug in good old reliable. We'll see if this machine is still mad at me. YouTube is best seen on that will help cut the time used. Well, a lot of the time, I'm like out in the middle of nowhere, so it's just taking up all my data. Or like when I was redoing a house, I would just turn on my cell phone. And it was working, not realizing it was taking all of my data the entire time I was sitting there. All right, so Kilroy, I am so glad. If you're still listening, Kilroy, I am so glad to hear from you. Oh, this poor neglected machine. This poor neglected machine. So if you take care of baby lock machines, they will run like they're brand new. Me, on the other hand, I have treated this thing like it just keeps sewing and it keeps sewing. Poor guy. But it has a leather needle in, which is more than strong enough to go through the jeans. I saw a few points on my Jankos that can be fixed, and they're old. Awesome. Still here, going to bed too. I totally understand. I appreciate anyone on the East Coast that watches my streams because I know I stream at a weird hour, so I appreciate it.
Hello, hello. Am I working?
You are. And this time when you robot out, just you don't have to jump out. Because I think it's on a weird cycle.
I don't understand. It's not even, I don't know. Maybe my iPad was overheating or something.
I'm overheating because
Goodness.
I'm not gonna be you know what's so funny? I love long sleeve season. And I'm like the gothic guy during the summer wearing long sleeve. And it's not as hot, it's not as cold as it's been lately. Today we got a reprieve today.
So now that I'm not roboting, do you want to see my show and tell?
Absolutely.
I placed that order with the featherweight shop that I was telling you about, and I got a couple things. I got a reproduction of the adjuster's manual for the Singer featherweight.
Ooh.
I had the manual on the disc, but this was so fun because it's a copy of an original. And it's not the user's manual, it's the adjuster's manual. So it has like all the technical details in it.
Ooh.
Trying to find some nice pictures to show you. Look at that. Ooh, ah, ooh. And then because I like the Harlequin pattern, I got this. That was just a tissue under my thumbnail. I was wiping up where I spilled hand sanitizer, lest you think that was something questionable. Since I like the Harlequin pattern, I got this 45-degree quilter's ruler.
Oh, that's awesome. And for the record, we prefer nefarious things here in the House of Sewing.
Yes, you can definitely tell that it's not original because it's on, glossy paper and whatnot. But it's nice to have one that is printed out and that you can use, and you don't have to feel like you're wrecking an antique if you get oil on it or something.
So I'm 50-50 on that. If it's really trash, like that table that you wanted to like fight me over, if there's nothing you can do about it, I would say take it apart,
Well, I mean, it depends because the adjuster's manuals aren't so common. And so even a trashed one, I wouldn't want to like trash more. So
that's understandable.
And then I like anodizing. I've always liked like color shift type stuff. So this is a scalpel style seam ripper. I will open one of the blades and install it because seam ripping's never fun. And seam ripping with with a blade that is not cooperative or something that's pokey and isn't poking. So it's got this, like, it looks like a hawk talon or something. And that goes in here.
Oh, that's awesome.
I haven't tried this yet. Let's see. So unscrew. And I'm assuming that you put the blade over this little thing, this little this little, oh man, words, come on. Anyway, put it over that and you slide it down and then you put the screw in to hold it in place. And then it has a little sheath so that you don't lacerate your fingers.
My doctor would never let me walk out with one of those, Joy. I wish my doctor was like, hey, you overpaid person. Can I get one of those? He'd be like, sure, $20,000.
I did see some, plain ones on, but I thought that the colors were pretty. And then no one will think I've robbed my GP. And then
They're robbing. No, let's not get political. They're robbing us.
press the doohickey and twist the thingamabob. Yes, exactly. I am now trying to screw the little thumb screw into the little nut on the other side. It's not cooperating. Oh, there we go. There we go. It heard me. Felt bad. A very deadly seam ripper.
It's shining multicolor because of your computer.
No, it's this is from Tula Pink and it's anodized. So it actually does shine multicolor.
Oh, that's awesome. I wasn't listening because I was sewing this.
That's all right.
That's
Isn't that
awesome.
pretty? It's got like color shift and purple and green and blue and
see, this is why you're Jane and I'm Tarzan.
Well, for the things that you have to handle, you might as well have something pretty when you have it as a task, like seam ripping. And then I waited and waited for the sale, and I got a set of Wera screwdrivers that are in nice, convenient vintage sewing machine sizes. I have a set of bits, but sometimes it's really nice to just be able to pick up the one you need and not have to switch out the bit. So they have little caps on. Check that out. Isn't that nice? Ooh.
I'm talking into a muted microphone. Those are awesome.
Thank you.
See, you're fancy. You are fancy.
I kind of splashed out with some Christmas and birthday money, and I waited for the sale. I waited because I had missed when they had the Christmas sale, and then when they had their featherweight days, I was able to get them on sale. Buying a bundle had a good price, and then they had like 25% off or something for their sale. So, and they give everything a little rickrack decoration.
Oh, I could do that. Did they charge you more money for that? I could do that.
I saved the rickrack. I figure I'll stitch it on something.
I always laugh at that. Like, what did I buy? I bought something and it came with a legitimate screwdriver. And I was like, this is kind of weird. This is a real tool they sent.
They didn't give you one of those abominable Allen
Oh, those things drive me crazy. And they come shaped like a Chuck key too. So it's not even like a real one.
Yeah, it does have the little scoop. This orange one. This is the like electrical safety one.
Rashawn, thank you so much for stopping by. I had a great time on your stream. I am literally Frankie Beverly Mays is rent free in my head right now. Have a great evening. Thank you for stopping by.
Have a good night. And when I need to conduct an orchestra, I'm set.
For real, that is conductor size. That is huge. That is humongous. Was it you who made me watch Mr. Bean? Or it might have just popped up, but it was Mr. Bean conducts an orchestra without playing an instrument.
Oh no. Oh no.
They were playing and he was just waving his hands.
I played flute and oboe in high school and college. And so, and sang in the choir and stuff. So I'm used to being conducted. And I saw a movie and I'm like, oh my word, that guy has no idea what he's doing, and you cannot play anything to his arm waving.
So I know this may be shocking. But I played the violin, and I can still play the violin, and I
Very
can read
nice.
music and everything. And I think it's highway robbery that we do not give kids the same education that I received, because I played the violin all the way up to high school.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did I send you the link with Ray Chen playing Summer? He plays the heck out of that.
Some of that stuff gets, you know what? My pops' song was Amazing Grace. And when they would play it in church, he would cry sometimes. And I never understood. And as an adult, I understand now.
Yeah.
There are certain songs, they grab me. They just grab me. And I'm like, you're not crying, I'm crying. Do you know what's so funny? I put these pants on and I could see a part of my leg. I was like, oh no, I'm fixing you.
Oh,
I am fixing you. So now I'm going through, but these are years old, and I wear them in the gym. I was dancing with these. I went off with these because these were my first really successful pair of Jenkos.
It's nice when you can feel good about something you made.
It's just funny how when I wasn't trying, they came out perfect. They're immaculate, And sometimes I try to recreate that, but guess what? You're trying. Because I look at a jacket, I made it with interfacing and everything, and I didn't even know what I was doing. I just was like, oh, this piece is missing. Let me make a piece here. Let me add this. I had no idea that's how you really make a coat. And every time I look at it, I'm like, wow, I really cared. And I made it 3 or 4 years ago. And every time I look at it, I'm like, I did that I'm so proud of it because I did it without a pattern.
Sometimes I think that's kind of what we were talking about before. When you have training in something, or you're so familiar with something, I think that it's kind of like a progression. When you first start out, sometimes you're so ambitious because you don't know what you don't know, and you just try the thing and experiment. And then you get some training and you're like, oh, it has to be done this way and I have to do this. But then after you've been able to hone those skills, then you can start breaking the rules and being creative again.
Absolutely. It makes me laugh. And I made less mistakes back then. But ignorance is bliss. Real. That's real. That's back when everything was flared cuffs because I had no idea how to make a real cuff. Well, I had an idea. I just wasn't doing it. I'm actually, you know what? This is inspiring because I'm going through all my old stuff and I'm bringing it back to life because I'm ahead of my time. As a time traveler, I arrived earlier than I should have. I laughed. When I went through that Balenciaga thing, I was like, wait a minute. I dress like that. And for the record, I haven't in a while, but...
You haven't dressed like that in a while?
No. I'm saying, are you pro or against designer clothes that look like something you would see on your local hobo?
Against.
So have you heard of Rick Owens?
Yes, I know the name and I'm trying to
He makes extremely abstract things. He had that one runway where people were literally strapped to each other upside down.
Mm.
There has to be a balance between that and like there needs I should say there has to be there should be a balance somewhere. That's why I kind of laughed at Balenciaga because they're making millions off of like I'm copying a style of someone who's copying a style. I'm not wearing anyone else. Yay.
Thanks for your enthusiasm on my new screwdrivers, Alibaba. I'm excited to use them. They're metric, by the way, because they're German.
I think that's going to be one of my weird goals is to show people, you know what? I'm going to put that in a video and I'm going to use the B word and see how many people are going to send me hate. But I'm going to say how to dress like Balenciaga for $5, $10.
Oh, goodness. That could either like go really well or horribly wrong.
I'm from LA. Infamy is just the same as being famous. Sorry. And being infamous is just the same. So love you or hate you. At least they're talking about you. What is the brand?
I spelled it out for you. It's Vera. Actually, because they're German, it might be pronounced Vera. I don't know. German is not one of the languages I know.
It wasn't the one I thought it was. I tried so hard to learn to speak German. I tried so hard. I could not pick it up. And I really... Sorry, go ahead.
My dad spoke German because he was stationed over there for a while when he was in the Air Force. So he spoke German.
It's one of those things I guess you have to be immersed in it. It's one of those strange things. I grew up around people who were linguists, so it was weird if you didn't speak more than one language.
Mm.
You know? But like it's intimidating when you are around someone that speaks like 7 or 8 or like when I was younger, I would meet people, they would be like 9 or 10 years old and they're like, I speak 6 languages. And I would be like, I could barely speak English and I'm 9.
Nice.
The tip on that looks like some other high-end ones.
They are very nice and they are high-end. They're not cheap. I mean, you can always find more expensive tools if you put your mind to it. But these are well known and known to be a good brand and not breakable.
Do you know what's really funny? We almost have to start saying that again because there are a lot of tools on the market that are breakable. There's a lot of things on the market that are made extremely cheap.
This is true.
So that disclaimer is 100% valid and back.
I do have a set of Chapman gunsmithing bits because I saw a nice diagram that recommended certain sizes for different parts of the machine and stuff, and those are intentionally a little softer so that you don't jack up your specialized screw. It's intentional so that your bit will break before your screw will, so that you can replace the replaceable thing and not try to replace the proprietary screw.
My heater is kicking on.
Let's see. These are high. I think. Let's see. This one is a concave, a little bit. I'm trying to get it in the camera. You can't really see. Let's see. A little bit, to give it like so that the tip is a little more flat. And then I just put the little cover down. And then this one more so. So it's pretty flat for such a large, thick blade on that.
You know, you're reminding me of all the fancy brushes I have that I use to clean my sewing machines. I was
Ooh.
given this like $100 brush set, and someone was like, "These are really important brushes." I said, "Thank you so much." I knew exactly what I was gonna do, and I've never told them. I've never because they're like, "Well, what it was is like people get told they're like, William is crafty." You know, they'll say certain things like Williams this or that, not knowing I sew. So like people, people want to encourage me. People like me and they give me things. And these are people in my immediate life. And so someone was like, "Oh, you're crafty. I'll give you brushes." And I'm like, "Oh, thank you. Welcome to the fleet. I will incorporate these." But they were like really fancy art brushes.
Oh.
I'll look at the logo and tell you what they are. But I use them
Maybe
to
you should save those for something that's not defluffing your serger.
too late. They're already commissioned. They have uniforms, name tags, W-2s. I also had really fancy colored pencils, and my son, he's in art class, and I gave them to him, and the teacher told him like, "Hey, kid, those are really fancy pencils."
Well, I mean,
What do I?
but at least they're being used for art. That
That,
makes sense.
that's what I said. I've had them for years in my desk, and my
So
son was like, "I need colored pencils." I was like, "I got you here."
I would like to know what brand are they?
I'd have to look. They were, they were art store stuff.
Uh-huh. I
Because
would
my predecessor was Bougie McBoosh Boosh.
I would be interested in what brand pencils those are.
They were so much, because when my son gets in the car, he tells me his exploits from class and lunch, and
Hmm.
he's like, my teacher said the colored pencils were really fancy. You know why? It's because in a lot of ways my son dresses like me, so it's not that we necessarily get judged, but like he doesn't dress up, you
Mm.
know. But to be fair, I said this the other day. All the kids are wearing Pro Club. They're literally wearing sweats and t-shirts to school. Or like it's a hoodie era. It like I'm looking and I'm like, wow, I used to at least show up with a collar on.
I I don't agree with that. And it's not that I want a school uniform, but I think that you get a different mindset when you're dressed up a little bit more. And I'm not saying they need to be like uncomfortable, but school's important place for learning, and you need to like shift your mindset. And I think that
But are we training people for the professional world? Because a lot of these people are going to go straight into the service industry. And I'm not talking about McDonald's. I'm talking about working at a hotel or working at the
Mhm.
stadium. You make a lot of money working at the stadium around here, or where they will be wearing a uniform.
Yeah, but even in the service industry, they have a uniform and it's very neat and tidy, and shirts tucked in and stuff like that. And I'm not saying that they need to buy like expensive clothes or that they have to be, but like if you're in loungewear, it makes you kind of loungy, you know?
I'm on the fence. I don't know how to feel about the vacation. I like dressing down, but I'm also from the era that like I told you, like when I was a kid, I wore structure. Man, I had fancy shirts on, or I'd get mad if I got ketchup on my pants. But again, I try not to judge the different generations because we lived in a way different. I try to avoid the videos on YouTube that are like, look at high school in the '90s because I was there, and
Yeah.
like I see how people are dressed. We did dress up a little bit more.
Yeah. And I'm also not trying to put, old values on, because there are sweats and then there are sweats. They're not necessarily the same thing, but I think there's something to be said for dressing up for occasions like school or going out. If something is special or important, or the same way you put your gym clothes on for gym class because you need something that you can move around in and it doesn't matter if it gets messed up, and so you're in like that, like, okay, we're gonna go out and we're gonna play this game, and it's a different mindset.
Like Baba says, there's too much differences in people. It could be 100% that, but it is a factor for some and not many. It's
True.
also the one thing I like about all the kids dressing down is there's not like a weird socioeconomic discrimination, because that happened when I was a kid. It's like,
Mhm.
oh, you don't have this, you're this or this. Everybody's wearing sweats and t-shirts. I'm like, well, that's cool too.
Well, I mean, that may be so, but I think that they also, kids know, just the same way that there are Nike tennis shoes and then there are expensive Nike tennis shoes. And people know the difference.
Hey, Happy Maker, how are you? How are
Hey,
you?
Happy.
It's just, it was so weird to me. And over the years, and I think the thing is too, like in elementary school, all the kids look nice because their parents dress them. So you're like, oh, Johnny looks so sweet and blah 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 because he's not 13 yet. High school's way different, But I'm sitting in my car and I'm almost my book it's so good. And I finished it tonight, but like I left the last couple of pages because it's so good.
Just like
But
drawing it out.
well, I heard the bell, so I closed my book, because my kid comes eventually after the bell. Yay! Hello, Carol. How are you? I like dressing down. It's more comfortable. I was a good student, but I wore a hoodie and jeans. I went through. Have you ever seen the movie Office Space?
No, I know of it, but
I went through this weird change in my life where I stopped wearing fancy clothes and I just started dressing down. But AKA, it was called moving to Portland, Oregon. It was the first place I ever lived where people were like, dude, you do not have to be dressed up to live here. Like you could go you could go to a steakhouse like this. You could walk into a fancy restaurant, That's the one thing I liked about living up north is that people dress down. I looked heavy metal at school. It's just it was one of those strange things because I'm a weirdly observant person and they all kind of look alike. But if you think about it, so did we in a weird way.
I remember.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I remember jokes and memes about that the people try so hard and they don't want to follow the rules and they want to, dress like themselves and be unique, just like everybody else.
I have to find that quote. It's on my Twitter, but it's like, as a rule, nonconformists bunch together or something like it. Because I love a good quote. I live for quotes, but that is like one of my favorite quotes because it's true. Nonconformists love to stand together. My sister is 10 years older than me. She liked to wear dresses and nice clothes. Do you know what's so funny? My sister is almost, well, she's like 7 or 8 years older than me. So there was definitely a big generational difference. But of course, like, she was in the 90s just as much. So like, but of course, again, it was generational difference because I was trying to dress like different bands and stuff like that. And she's like, no, like watch this guy or
I like to dress up. I'm not a big dress person though. I wear dresses sometimes, but it's not a go-to for me.
every once in a while I throw a suit on just to throw everybody off because I dress like a 1980s biker. So when I come walking in a suit, they're like, who are you? And were you abducted by aliens last night?
Is this your snazzy twin?
I wear a cowboy hat so much that when I do not wear it in public, people genuinely do not recognize me.
I went into my local Starbucks one time and my eyes were irritated, so I had glasses on and they didn't recognize me. Well, that was before I required reading glasses to see anything closer than 2 feet. Darn it.
I wouldn't know what that's about at all because my nose starts growing. I'm the same way as Alibaba. Like, it depends on where I'm going. It truly depends on where I'm going. And you know what? I was raised properly. I'm not gonna show up looking crazy like in a formal event. And I have a white suit. I'll put it on one day, but that's my like I love that suit. But again, like if I'm wearing my white suit, don't touch me, don't come close to me, don't breathe heavy on me. I'm like walking around like this. Like
my mom told me somewhat recently, she says that she had a gold lame suit that she used to love wearing when she went out. And I'm like, gold lame? Wow. And I was looking through the photo album and lo and behold, I saw the gold lame suit. It was something. Because it was like kind of like slightly oversized and all sparkly. And I'm like, wow, it's an actual gold lame suit.
Do you know how much I jumped the first time I saw a picture of my parents' full Saturday Night Fever? My pop had the full outfit, the white suit with the shoes, and my mom the dress. Like I was on the floor laughing. On the floor. They copied Saturday Night Fever. Oh.
When I was a kid, I was looking through my mom's closet and I pulled out a shirt and I'm like, oh, what pants did you wear with this shirt? And she looked at me kind of sheepishly and she said, it's a dress. it was Brady Bunch short. I mean, it's really pretty. It's like this crushed velvet with this little like lace collar and everything, but it is a short dress.
I have a blood red suit with a pink shirt, Oxford black shoes, same color tie and belt. Do you know I almost bought a red pinstripe suit and I'm mad at myself because I didn't.
Wow. That would be a sight. This is the dress in question. I know I've shown this picture before, but I love it so much. I'm showing it again.
It is a cookout family kind of evening tonight. Oh, look how beautiful everyone is. That is an amazing bit. Everyone is beautiful in that picture. Oh,
I love that picture. But your suit sounds like something else, Alibaba. That's great. You should post a picture to your Flickr so we can see your fab suit.
This suit was black and red, and it reminded me too much of like a hokey, like Satan or something, or like a cartoon. Like it just was too hokey because, in downtown they have these weird things where you can get 3 wool suits for $79 to $100.
I mean,
part of me will.
Are they making them by magic, or do they have people chained in the basement?
One of my first Santee Alley shorts, the first day I went down there, I legitimately walked down Santee Alley. There's a sign that says 3 wool suits for $115 or something like that. And I'm like, I've always wondered the quality of that because when I lived in Hollywood, that is a lovely photo. When I lived in Hollywood, there was a place where you can get 3 suits for $100, but the kicker was they were all wool. And in LA, like you're not wearing wool like that. It's warm. It is hot here. It is hot.
Offices are cold and there are different weights of wool and, but Alibaba says, I look pit boss.
You wear to the casino and look like a pit boss. Do you know what's so funny? When I would wear my cowboy hat in casinos, quite a few people thought I was a pit boss until I met the pit bosses. They wear cowboy hats. A lot of them. A lot. Oh, this I wear to the casino makes me want to go to the casino. And please tell me that you have a neighbor with a barky dog. Oh,
Yeah.
I have a neighbor who has recently acquired a tiny dog. They leave it outside during the day when I work third shift. So when during the day I'm trying to sleep and this thing is just having an episode.
I think that this is a newer dog, because when they at the beginning they had a dog that would cuss people out in canine who happened to, like, it was really protective, and they were close to where people would walk by, and this dog would, like, it was not pretty. But then that dog, went to doggy heaven, but they seem to now have another barky dog, and it kind of drives me nuts. They're really
People
nice neighbors, but their dog is mouthy. You were saying?
same with my neighbors. I love them. And I look at them, I'm like, hi, I love you guys. But your 6-pound dog has a megaphone hidden in the backyard somewhere. Sorry, when I heard the dog, I was like, oh, I already know what you're going through. I already know what you're going through.
That wasn't too bad. It stopped. But sometimes you're like,
Do you know, this is why I either need to move to the country or get the warehouse in the industrial side of town. Dogs are funny. They are. Do you know, and see, that's the thing. I'm an animal person, but like, I have consideration for my neighbors. Like, I would never get a husky because it would break out. It would constantly, like, you have to have consideration,
yeah.
And where I live, almost every dog on earth is illegal.
Really? Oh no.
They outlawed anything that's like a Rottweiler, pit bull, mastiff. And you know what's so funny? I haven't seen a mastiff since I was a child. That's the Beethoven dog. When they sit down, they're literally my size. And I don't think people realize how humongous these dogs are.
Yeah, mastiffs are pretty big. Beethoven was a Saint Bernard, wasn't
Yeah. And they're just
But-
big. They're
yeah.
huge.
The thing is, it's like every pit bull I've met has been the sweetest dog. They're not inherently bad. I mean, if you've like trained them for fighting and stuff, then sure, but
I grew up around big scary dogs, so I have a different opinion because I grew up around Rottweilers and Doberman Pinschers.
mm-hmm.
And then my parents on the property they had Rottweilers, Doberman Pinschers, and at the house, I grew up. Everybody says that Max was Siberian wolf or blah blah blah. They always say the dog was half. Max was 180 pounds. He looked like a wolf. I don't know what kind of dog he was, but Max was humongous, So I have a positive view towards big dogs.
Yeah. When I was a kid, we had a Doberman, and this Doberman thought it was a lap dog. We have a picture, and it's my grandmother sitting in the lawn chair outside, and the dog is literally like taking over her whole lap. It's the cutest thing.
Those Mastiffs and St. Bernards do drool. It's
Ugh.
wrong. It is wrong.
Yeah. No.
I forgot about that. I've grown up around guard dogs, around all kinds of like farm dogs. So I have a different view. Like in England right now, the American version of the bulldog, which they call the bully, is illegal. Because our dogs were transported over there, and so now it's 100% illegal over there. It's one of those weird things.
Yeah. A few people did bad things with their dogs and then gave the whole breed a bad reputation. And it's sad. Have you seen that
Just like people who pay a lot of money for Balenciaga, even though you can dress like that for like $10. I'm gonna make a video about that, but I need to get a new thing. First world problems. I have nothing but first world problems.
I have a friend and he likes what are those? They look medieval. You know, those like wiry gray. It's either, I don't know if it's a wolfhound or a deerhound. The smaller of the two. Not that that's saying much because these dogs, like, you know, they their head is up to probably like my sternum. They're huge. They're huge, and they're so chill. They're so sweet when you go there. But yeah, they're
Irish wolfhound.
Mm-hmm. With the like fluffy gray. They're like, looks like kind of wiry, fluffy. You know, they look like they've stepped out of a painting. Historical dog.
We came, we saw, we Balenciaga'd. I said I was gonna go all night tonight, and I do realize that like I start an hour later than normal. So I appreciate everyone who streams with me. This one will actually be watchable because it won't be a 4-hour stream. So people can go back and rewatch it. They have a sense of humor. Do you know I was so emotionally attached to my last dog. That's why I haven't got another one.
Yeah.
I don't know if I have the emotional space. I mean, I'm thinking about when I'm older, because when my son goes and gets a life, like I'm gonna be like real life empty nest. Was a great show on NBC. Do you know what's so funny? I was a kid watching a show about a man who, you know, I loved Empty Nest. I loved that show. All right. Well, it's Monday, so I'll be back at it on Wednesday. We're gonna do the sewing power hour on Wednesday. Eventually, I will be getting rid of the Wednesday stream, but every time I think about it, my inner James Brown is like, okay, the cape's on, the cape is on, and then I fly off. A week from now, I'll probably be in tears on Wednesday. No, I'm kidding. But eventually, I'm gonna chop down the Wednesday stream. Chop it down, just a little bit, aka Monday and Saturday. We'll see what happens. But as always, do you have anything you'd like to show? Before you say anything, I would like to thank you for your continued latitude and patience with my so-called life. You are an amazing human, and you deserve a trophy for putting up with me. So you get a double thumb for that.
Oh, well, thank you. Double thumbs to you for your enthusiasm and creativity. Come on, double thumbs. There we go.
I'll be back at it on Wednesday. Do you have anything you'd like to show?
No, not tonight. I did my show and tell. That's as far as I've gotten today.
I just have like, this is just the life of someone who doesn't feel well. So I need to get a full night's sleep because tomorrow Isaiah has a fitness test and I have to be there, and I will be there with a cup of coffee this big.
Oh,
Literally this big. I'm not even kidding you. Oh, it's going to be brutal. But until Wednesday, I hope everybody has a great week. I'll see you on Wednesday. And like I always say, reinforce your seams, be yourself, and I will definitely end the stream this time.